Hello everyone, welcome. My name's Lesa. Now I do want to thank everyone for all your patience. I have been so sick, and don't mind me if I cough up a lung. I'll block it out and put coughing, or there goes another lung or something like that. I don't know how many I have to spare. There we go. Anyway, what we're talking about today is, as you see in the title, is the Rimmel Lasting Finish 25-Hour Breathable Foundation. Okay, so oh man, this is horrible. Anyway, well, I do want to thank everybody for caring about me, asking. This cold is just kicking my butt, as we all know it'll do. Now, I did go in the other day, got my hair cut. They cut off a little more than what I'd planned. I think they cut off about 4 inches instead of the 2, but it'll grow, right? So, let's talk about this foundation by Rimmel. It's a new foundation. Now, I don't know if this is supposed to replace the one with the red lid or not, but it has a doe foot, and I do not like doe foots, because you cannot gauge how much you're using, and with some foundation that is very key on how much you use, on whether it goes on looking nice or looks cakey, things like that. So don't like the doe foot, and it is rather runny. But let's go over the specs of this thing. 16 shades. Now I have 100 ivory, and I'll insert swatches here in a little bit. I have 100 ivory. There is one other shade lighter, but it's very pink, and there's actually quite a shade range difference between it and this one here. They could have put another shade in there, and it doesn't really go all that dark. It's not, you know, something that everybody can use. So it says it's a 25-hour breathable foundation. Lightweight, long-lasting. I'll agree with that. The 25-hour breathable foundation, we'll discuss that in a bit. It perfects skin with medium buildable coverage while enriched with breathable skin technology that doesn't clog pores. Moisturizes for up to 25 hours. It's an SPF of 18. Now, just to let you know, I am 52 years old, and when I do a foundation test, I test it for at least a week. Different powders, different primers, different moisturizers. You know, I try different techniques with it. So being 52, I have wrinkles and pores, and as I like to call them, canyons and craters. Now the cost on this is $7, which, you know, that's a pretty good price. And you know, who leaves their foundation on for 25 hours? You should not do that. Always wash your face off before you go to bed. You know, it's just not good for your skin. Now, like I said, the lightest shade is rather pink. This has a tendency to go a little orange. It's a little warm. So, and you'll see, I'm going to insert the swatches here, and then we'll get right into trying out this foundation, okay? Now also, don't forget, before we get to putting this on, don't forget to subscribe. Click that bell down below. Now, if your bell has got parentheses around it, you're already getting the notification, so you don't have to worry about that. And share the video, you know, if it's something that you like, with your friends, and let's get to putting this foundation on. Here we go. First one is the Rimmel Lasting Finish 25-Hour Foundation in the 100 Ivory. Second one is the Maybelline 24-Hour, the new one, in the 112 Natural Ivory. Third one is the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation in Porcelain. Fourth one is the number 7 Lift and Illuminate in the Cool Ivory. That's actually my perfect color, even though it's not full enough coverage for me. And the last one, The fifth one is the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 in 00B Light. That way you can see the shades. It doesn't show up right here. For some reason my camera wants to show everything as yellow. But there you go. There's your swatches. So you've seen the swatches. Now let's get to putting this thing on our face. And yeah, I've done some concealer or color correcting first because being sick, you thought I had dark circles before, they're really bad now. So I've already primed my face using the e.l.f. primer, moisturized, washed, moisturized, and prime my face using the e.l.f. poreless primer. I found it works the best, and you'll see I use my little palette here to pour it out on. Thank goodness it's a thin formula. So let's get to putting this thing on. Here we go. Okay, so now what I do to get this to work for me is I don't use paddle because I can't tell how much I'm using. And that's key with this thing. So I have this little mirror, I poured some out on it. And because there is such a big difference between the lightest shade, which is really, really pink, and this shade, which is the next one, which is, it can go a little orange. I put a little bit, dime size, I pour it out, it's runny, onto my, thing, and I add a little bit of just the barest drop to get that down one, just a half a shade. Now this does oxidize, it's, now I didn't like the other Rimmel. It looked heavy, it felt heavy. And it actually blends really good with a sponge, and it looks good. For me, the brush puts it on too heavy, and it looks cakey. Doesn't feel cakey, but it sure looks cakey. So I put it on with a sponge. I've tried it, put it on with a sponge and then go over it with, or put it on with brush, kind of just smear it on, and then dab over it with the sponge. That's not bad. Now I am going to say this foundation is more for, I think, dry skin. But do I like this? It wouldn't be a favorite foundation. It wouldn't be my go-to everyday foundation. It's only a light coverage, and if you build it up, it does get to looking cakey. So, that's, that I'm not real impressed with that. And if you're wondering what concealer, it's a LA Girl Pro Concealer. And there is nothing going to help these dark circles, ladies. I have been way too sick for way too long. I swear to God, I'm about to go to a doctor and say, cure me, get me something. Now, I can tell you this does, I have not found a powder that it doesn't oxidize with. It just, what I do, and you'll see it here in just a minute, bare tiny amount of the Maybelline Fit Me loose powder, and I just set my cheeks just so I can blend a little bit. And my nose. Okay, let's do the whole face. Now, if you're dry, you may want to just check, do your cheek. But if you build this up, ladies, it's not going to be pretty, because it's going to look cakey. It doesn't feel cakey, but it's going to look cakey. So I've got the Physicians Formula blush, butter blush. And this is Eco Tools. I think I got a little potent with it. And it's been so long since I put makeup on. I mean, when you're sick, you don't feel like putting makeup on. You really don't. So, what am I after now? Oh, and this is the Hard Candy Long Wear. I got this at Walmart. And I just spray my sponge and just lightly tap on the face, just to kind of meld the powder into the foundation and into my face. And that one does work. This one here, I mean, it's light coverage. I like a more fuller coverage. It doesn't have a 10 or 12 hour staying power. 25 hours, my behind. Not quite, I don't think. Yeah, that's about all I've been doing lately for makeup. I had to relearn how to put on my makeup. Gosh, I hate being sick. I really do. So, but I do want to thank you guys for having so much patience. I mean, I know it's been a couple of weeks since I posted. It's been a little bit nuts, okay? So, once again, thank you for joining me. You have a wonderful day. God bless. Bye-bye.